Hey everyone, Oz with Merchant Cash Advanced Success Blueprint. We just finished our first mastermind with a couple of the key members from my community who are taking advantage of the Blueprint program, and they qualified to be with me for this past 2 days to learn advanced level strategies to take their business to the next level. And I'm here with one of my members here, Kenton, and I wanted to ask him a couple of questions on your behalf about the training. And we'll see how he has been doing since he joined. So yeah, if you can take a minute to introduce yourself and what you have been doing prior to finding the program. Let's start with that.
Sure, my name is Kenton. So I joined the program back in May of 2018, so about 5 months ago, late May. Prior to the program, I was working in banking for about 3 or 4 years. Quit that, started my own e-commerce business, and then still have that today. Started doing online marketing for my e-commerce business, lead generation, and ended up finding the program through Google. Joined the program back in May and have been doing it full time since then.
So you've been doing this, you're a Merchant Cash Advanced provider for full time. You're doing this full time right now?
Yeah, full time.
So I know that your transition have been quite impressive. So if you can walk me through the revenue generated since your first month until this point.
Definitely, yeah. So I think the first month in June I generated maybe $4,000 or $5,000 in revenue, right? I was still learning, getting my leads up. I was learning systems, putting the systems in place, but my CRM, all that. At the time I was only offering I think 1 or 2 products. I really only knew about Merchant Cash Advance. Month 2 I think I generated about maybe $6,000 in revenue.
By revenue, just to be clear, this is commission.
Commissions, yeah, it's straight commissions, which is basically 100% profit.
Yeah.
Minus whatever you might spend on systems or ad spend, right? Month 3, I generated, I think it was about $8,000 or $10,000 in commissions. Month 4, which is basically last month, I generated $19,000 in change in commissions, and this month I should be able to beat that and do a little bit more.
So your goal, you're telling me, is $25,000 for this month, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And so when you joined the training, so you've been through a massive transition, right? So if you didn't do this, you would probably have a job somewhere, or you would be maybe in a business where you can generate revenue, but your cost of goods and things like that is really high. So when you say $25,000, just like you said, this is mostly profit.
Oh yeah, that's 90% of it is profit.
Right. Pure profit. That's the beauty of this business. So how has the Blueprint program helped you through this transition?
Definitely. So I'm a big fan of courses, and the idea of taking a course to understand and learn from somebody who's laid it out for you, right? So you can cut your learning curve. And basically, it's allowed me to do that. Condense what it would take me years of learning into a course that's easily digestible, that lays out actionable steps for you to go ahead and generate revenue your first month in, and put the systems and everything in place so that you can grow a scalable business, right? So it's definitely sped up my learning curve by taking the course, understanding what I need to do with the products, why I'm doing what I'm doing, how to sell, how to prospect, and things like that. And not to mention the Facebook group support that we have from veterans that have been in the industry that are willing to share the information that they learned over the years. Any type of basically tips or tricks that they've learned in doing this with us, so that we can utilize those as well to grow our revenues, grow our profits. So the community, and then the actual the community and the support the community gives, and the actual information you learn from the course to put everything in place, is the complete package basically. Everything you need to get started and succeed is all here in front of us.
So for someone who's considering either joining my training or considering starting Merchant Cash Advance altogether, what would you suggest? Because you're entrepreneurial, and you've tried different things, and you have you would have started a business regardless whether you met Merchant Cash Advance. 100%. So in comparison to other things that you could have done or you were doing, how would you compare the opportunity to them?
So again, when we're talking about the numbers we're generating here, those are pure profits, right? It's not like you're selling a physical product and you have a profit margin on that product that costs you X amount of dollars. These are pure profits. So in terms of generating those revenues, your average revenue for a deal like this is equivalent to, let's say, on average $1,000 to $5,000, right? It can range, that's just a pretty broad range. And there are large deals, and there are for some parts sometimes smaller deals as well. But your average deal somewhere between that size. You can see it only takes a couple of deals for you to hit a large, a livable income in New York City. But yeah, in terms of other businesses out there, in terms of if you can, follow Blueprint and get the steps of lead generation, how to sell, how to prospect. Obviously, starting those things you're not going to know from day one, but as you grow those skills and you work on those skills, you'll be able to build an income on this. It's everything that you need to learn is in front of you.
And how long would it have taken if you did not have any guidance at all? If you're trying to, because many people in this industry, they get in and in less than a year they get out because they think it doesn't work or it doesn't work for them. So let's talk about that process. What would your course of action would have been if you did not know you can build this business from home?
If I didn't know about this industry or this business in general?
Well, let's say you knew the industry, but you go with the traditional understanding of how to build this business. Usually people go through the route of like cold calling, telemarketing. That's their perception. Yeah. So like, what would it look like for you now?
Now, if I said, hey, the only way to do this was to cold call, I wouldn't have done it.
You wouldn't have done it?
No, there's no way I'm going to sit there and make 200, 300 calls a day because there are more efficient ways to do things. And that's not something that, I foresee myself doing every day. That's not why I got into the business, wasn't to hound the phones, right? Obviously, as clients come in, leads come in, I'll call them, but instead of making 200, 300 calls a day, I'm making 10, 15 calls a day and generating much better results that way. Marketing I do versus, hounding lists or cold calling.
Yeah, and how is that affecting your relationship with your clients? Like if you were to sell someone, close someone on the phone, versus the way you're doing it right now, did you not feel like they have a lot more respect for what you do?
Oh, 100%. The clients. So I've been in business for 5 months. There have been multiple clients I've already renewed. There have been clients that I've built a relationship with. They'll call me out the blue and say, tell me what they're working on, what kind of projects they're working on, future plans for expansion. In a lot of ways, when I approach my clients and I do business with them, I honestly have their best interest at heart, right? I want to see them succeed. I don't want to put them in programs that aren't fit for them. I don't want to put them in programs that would put them in a worse situation. And by doing so, I think the clients realize, that I'm out there as a partner for them, as a, basically a resource for them to access the financial, capital they need, whatever product it might be. And they see that, and that's why a lot of clients I've, done business with left good reviews and have come back and say, hey, this is what I need now, or the situation changed, or hey, can you help me with this? And it's nice, it's rewarding because when you see a business grow and generate revenues and returns based on the money you're able to access for them, it's a rewarding feeling. They feel like you're on their side and we are on their side. And it's nice to see their business grow, as well as see my business grow from having those ethics and practices in my business.
Yeah, and you're truly becoming a consultant for them. Yeah, not just a sales guy on the phone who's just thinking about his pocket. Obviously, we all want to make money. That's just how you make it and how you feel about making it and building your people who support you, like the customers and things like that.
Exactly.
I think that has massive value.
Exactly. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sell the client a product that I don't think will help them.
Okay.
It's just not good for business and it's not going to help anybody. It might make me a buck, but I'd rather be in it for a long term. Something that's going to help them.
Awesome, man. Yeah, this was really valuable because I always try to have people who've been going through this process and they're building it. You came from zero to building a $25,000 company. And it's not just one time. You've been consistently kind of skyrocketing your revenue and you're working from home. You don't have a side job because of this opportunity. You're doing this. And we're talking about this, and probably in a matter of a couple of months, you're going to break the $50,000, $60,000 mark.
That's
definitely the goal. But yeah, thanks for sharing your experience. Appreciate it. Great to have you, Kenton.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.